Hello, my name is Chase Nance, and this is my video project for HSC 340 Fall B 2020. My client's name is Tom Brady, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. Hey Chase, this is Tom Brady. I'm 36 years old, married with 3 kids. The reason I'm coming to you today is because I had a physical a couple weeks ago. To be honest, there were basically 0 positives from that physical. I knew I'd gain weight this year, but the doctor told me I'm considered obese. I have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and I'm showing signs of being pre-diabetic. My doctor seemed very concerned with my lifestyle habits, said I needed to make changes soon. No one wants to hear stuff like that when they get a physical, and I think that was the wake-up call that I needed to hear to make some changes. I heard about you from my buddy Julian, and I took that health risk assessment form that you have your clients fill out. A few things stuck out to me. I realized my diet needs to change, needs an upgrade. I spend way too much money on McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, fast food basically for breakfast every morning. I know it's not good for me. I also go to lunch with my coworkers almost every day. And I used to eat those Hungry Man XL frozen meals for lunch until I found out how bad they were for me. My wife will usually cook food for us and the kids at dinner, so my dinner is usually the best option of the day when it comes to food. I drink 2 sodas a day because it's convenient. I used to be in excellent shape. I worked out all through college, even in my late 20s and early 30s. I used to wrestle middle school, high school, played baseball year round. I guess life just kind of got in the way. I started working out, my diet got worse. And to be quite frank, when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm not as happy as I used to be. My wife's 33 years old, and you would think she's about 10 years younger than she is because of how good of shape she is in, how well balanced her diet is. She's mentioned in the past that we should go hiking or walk around the neighborhood because I know, and I think she knows that I'm not as happy as I used to be in my own body. I want to make these changes for myself, for her, my kids, show them that their dad is taking care of their health. Thank you for sharing, Tom. I could hear it in your voice that you did not want to be drinking 2 sodas a day. I know it isn't always easy to speak out on the negative parts of our life and on our body, so thank you for that. It's a huge, big first step. But I got news for you, Tom. You came to the right place, and I can give you the tools that set you up for success and make those lifestyle changes right now, get you back into shape, get that body right, how you used to be, right? Back in high school, college, throughout your 20s. So I just got to ask you a couple questions first. So out of a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to make changes? And out of a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in lifting weights and adding in some cardio? Well, Chase, I would say a 9 out of 10 on making changes because I am here today, right, talking to you. And probably a 10 out of 10 for weights and cardio because I used to do those things back in high school and in college throughout my 20s. It's great news, Tom. It really is. I've got wonderful news for you, man. Seems like you've been in the contemplation stage for a little while now because you recognize that there were some behavior changes that needed to be changed, right? And now you're here. So you're in the preparation stage of change. And I'm here to give you those tools, like I said, so we can move into the action stage and move forward, set you up for success. Tom, if you're not familiar with the process of change, I'm here to help you out. You actually mentioned a few of these processes of changes when you introduced yourself. Tom, one concept you mentioned was something called consciousness raising. This is when you obtain information about a problem or issue and realize it isn't for you. This is when you mentioned you used to eat the Hungry Man XL frozen meals, right? Until you found out how bad they were for you and your body. That's right, Tom. Those meals are full of sugar, fat, and have more sodium in them than most people need in an entire day. So, good on you for not eating those anymore. Another process you brought up, dramatic relief. When you mentioned you don't like what you see in the mirror, as ironic as it may seem, this is great news, Tom, because you know the change is needed. You also mentioned the process of helping relationships, with your wife being in excellent shape, eating a well balanced diet, and wanting you to work out with her. These processes are so important to help us and support us and help us make the changes that we want to make, right, and move forward. So it's great news that you have someone like your wife to hold you accountable and support you. Thank you for that, Chase. It honestly means a lot, and it seems like you think I might be in a good position to make changes. Is that right? You're exactly right, Tom. I believe we can use your athletic background and your wife, as strengths to impact your behavior change as soon as possible. You know what it takes to be in great shape because you were, right, a few years ago, and now we just need to get you back there. So I have one more question for you before I get into like the smart specific goals. Um, so Tom, let me ask, how important is this to you? Uh, Chase, this is incredibly important for me, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes, right, to get back into shape, lose weight, lower my blood pressure and my cholesterol, be a role model for my kids, make my wife happy, and look good naked. What can I say? Yeah, that's great, Tom. Well, let's move forward into the specific smart goals I have for you. Then I'm gonna give you this little notebook right here, to help you track what I'm about to tell you that I want you to do for the next month. So here's what we're gonna do, Tom. I want you to start small. I want you to walk or run by yourself or with your wife around the neighborhood, 30 minutes, 3 times a day, or 3 times a week. Excuse me. Um, Next, I want you to start taking water bottles to work, right? Get a refillable mug or shaker bottle, something along those lines, but just start drinking water throughout the day. I want you to buy a couple of Mio flavors, right? You know what those are, little Mios. Um, I don't want you to just go overboard, but if you start craving a soda and the water's just not really doing it for you, just squirt 1 or 2 squirts in there. Switch it up. Lemonade, blueberry, strawberry, orange, whatever it is, right? Just squirt a couple drops in there. That'll help combat that craving of sodas. The third and final thing I want you to do, get that YMC membership at the gym that's near your home, right? And we talked about that earlier, before the interview started. There's a gym near you, right? So let's get that gym membership. Once you're there, I don't care if it's dumbbells or machines, but lift weights 45 minutes to an hour, 3 times a week. Now, you're already going to be walking and running 3 times a week, right? So if you want to double up those days, you can, or you can switch them, but just make sure you're tracking these in the notebook, right? Yes, like I said, track them in the notebook. Tell them the most important thing. Make sure you're having fun with these walks, these runs. If they're by yourself or you're with your wife, take her out. Just talk to her, make it fun, make it interesting, talk about life, talk about past experience, memories, whatever. You just got to make it fun. When you're at the gym, listen to some music, get you pumped, listen to some podcasts, right? Help you get that time in at the gym. You can and you will do this. You've lifted weights, you were in great shape in the past, so you're gonna do it again. I'm confident in you. I can't wait to see the progress you make, and we'll meet again in a month, right? So, just to recap, I want you to walk or run by yourself or with your wife in the neighborhood 3 times, 30 minutes a week. Start taking water bottles to work. Get that mug, get that jug, whatever. Use Mio to combat those cravings for sodas. And then get that gym membership, dumbbells or weights, 45 minutes to an hour, 3 times a week, right? And I'll see you in a month. Good luck, Tom.